If you're in the market for a new construction home here in Frisco, Prosper, or the immediate surrounding area, what I'm about to explain in this video could end up saving you thousands of dollars. And it starts with a simple misconception that quietly costs new home buyers on deal after deal. Now, if we haven't met before, my name is Andrew with the Andrew Smith team, eXp Realty here in Frisco, Texas, and I help buyers just like you navigate the new home buying process with confidence and clarity. So over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly who that friendly agent in the model home actually works for, and why walking in on your own does not get you a lower price the way most people assume, and how to make sure someone is protecting your money from the very first visit, because the biggest mistake in this whole process often happens before you tour a single home. So let's start with the thing that nobody really says out loud when you're in the model home. That sales rep sitting behind the desk, well, they work for the builder. They're paid by the builder. They're good at their job. But understand that their job is to sell the builder's inventory at the best price for the builder. So it's to protect the builder's interest, not protect yours. Doesn't mean they're going to try and take advantage of you, but it means that their obligation is to the builder. So the moment you sit down and start sharing with them how much home you can afford, how much you love the model home that you just walked through, or how fast you need to move, you've just started handing over some of your negotiating position to the other side. Now, here's a myth I want to clear up right up front, and it's the biggest single reason that I'm told many buyers walk into a new construction office without having an agent of their own. Now, a lot of people believe that if you walk up and you don't have an agent, the builder is going to pass along any savings that they have to you in the form of a lower price. And the reality is that is simply not true. The commission that a builder pays to an agent representing the buyer does not come off the top of your sales price. That money is accounted for and paid out of the builder's marketing budget. That's the same budget that they use to furnish their model homes, make sure they have all of the correct signage, run all of those online ads. And bringing potential buyers into a builder is one of the most cost-effective forms of marketing that they have. I can tell you, builders like to establish strong relationships with agents. They want us bringing them our clients. And so that relationship doesn't work very well if every time a buyer goes in, they try and undercut that relationship by cutting the agent out. Now, on top of that, please remember that a builder has to protect the values that are inside of the community. What do I mean by that? Well, think about it. If a buyer just bought one of their homes 2-3 months ago, and you buy the exact same model at a lower price, right? And that previous buyer finds out about it, they're not going to be too happy. That creates a lot of friction, number one. And number two, it also creates them a problem down the road with their own comps. All of those homes need to appraise. They have to provide the sales prices to an appraiser. So if they start cutting prices here or there and cutting different deals with people, it doesn't work out too well. They actually cause themselves a lot of problems. You usually will not find a builder cutting prices except if they are trying to get rid of a home that's already complete, or it is a situation where that community is on closeout. So that being said, the bottom line is the commission that could be paid out has already been built into the deal, whether or not you have an agent or not. Going in without representation does not lower your price. What it does do is it removes the one person that was there to protect your interests, while the builder holds on to the money, and it simply increases their bottom line. How do I know this? Well, my wife actually works in the accounting department for a home builder, and she explained the exact same thing. That is how it actually works. So what exactly does an agent that represents you in a new construction deal actually do. And I know it can vary from agent to agent. There's some that will sign you in and you'll never see them again. There's others that will provide more of a full service. And that's exactly what I do for the clients that I work with. Think of it like this. It's another set of eyes and ears in the room, watching the details that quite often are the ones that get overlooked, that cost you money. They're being watched for when no one else is looking. Now, as I mentioned, I'm not going to pretend that I can talk a builder down on their price for the reasons that I just explained, because in many cases, especially on a home that's to be built in a newer community, that number is what it is. But there's more to it than that. What I can help you do is determine what the builder is really offering compared to the builder down the road, because two new construction homes that are the same size at the same price are quite often not the same home. One of the biggest differences that we see is what the builder includes as standard features compared to what another builder is going to charge you in the form of an option. We help review all of that all up front. When you get in there, there's lot selection. Which way does the lot face? Which area of the community has the best resale value? Those are all the type of things I help my clients decide. We also go through all of the different options that are available, structural options and design center options, and I help you determine exactly which one of those are worth paying for up front, and which ones you would actually be better off and save a lot of money by doing after the fact, after it's closing. And then finally, it's reviewing those builder contracts. There aren't always changes that we can make, but it is just a matter of looking at them to make sure you understand exactly what you're signing. Now, as I mentioned, while I can't always negotiate money off the price, I can often negotiate additional incentive money, additional money towards rate buydowns, additional money towards structural upgrades. Those are things like that we can do. I'm also pretty aware of what the builder's looking for in terms of their month end and quarterly end numbers. Knowing that going in knows how hard we can push in order to try and get a better deal for you. And also at the same point in time, if you do want to have some independent inspections done along the way, I can help you arrange and work through all of those. But it doesn't necessarily mean everything goes flawless the entire time. There are always things that pop up, but I help you walk through each and every one of those. Like I said, I'm there every step of the way, every builder meeting, every inspection, every walkthrough. I'm going to help you make the right call, so you're never sitting across the table from the builder's team on your own. Now, here's one thing that I'd really like you to take away from this video, and it's really quite simple. The time to decide whether you want an agent in your corner is before you start visiting new home communities, not after. Here in our area, with a few exceptions, the agent doesn't always have to be present with you on that first visit. Many of the communities like that, but at the very least, you need to let the community know up front that you are, in fact, working with an agent. If you wait until you've already toured several homes or you've signed in already, that can make it a little bit harder to bring in representation later. Doesn't make it impossible, but it can definitely make it harder. So the easiest thing you can do is sort that out before you ever pull up to that first model home. So if you're even thinking about buying new construction here in Frisco, Prosper, Salina, or the immediate surrounding area, then I invite you to text the word builder to 469-388-0978, and I would be more than happy to send you my new construction buyer's checklist. It covers when to bring your agent in, what questions to ask about each community, the inspections you should be scheduling, so that you're more prepared than you were going in on day one. Now, you may have noticed the market has changed a little bit from where it was just a few years ago, and that timing is actually playing into your favor. Builders are down, or builder sales, I should say, are down year over year, which means those builders are competing harder than they have in a while to win over buyers. And that creates real opportunity for you if, in fact, you know where to look. And that's the key part. The buyers getting the best deals right now are not necessarily the ones negotiating the hardest. They're the ones that are looking in the right places, looking at the right builders, knowing which communities are offering the best incentives and deals overall at the right time. All of that plays into it, as I mentioned, month end, quarter end for the different builders. And that's the exact thing I help buyers figure out. So if you are anywhere on the path toward a new construction home in this area, then do the one thing that protects both your money and your peace of mind. Talk to someone about being on your side before you take that next tour, not after. In the description below, there is a link to my calendar. I invite you to book a free Discovery Minute call with me. We'll take 30 minutes. We'll go through your entire situation, and I will help you put together a game plan to help you navigate the new construction opportunities, whether you end up working with me or not. Well, hopefully you found this valuable today. I thank you for sticking around and watching it with me, and I know you're going to enjoy one of the other videos coming up next.